Welcome to Plot Twist, your place for quick summaries of movies with jaw-dropping twists. Let's dive in. Our movie begins in a world where humans possess superpowers, and each individual has their own unique ability that they can use. The government tries to exploit these powers, assigning individuals to jobs that suit their abilities. However, with technological advancements, machines have become capable of doing anything humans can do, but better, with less effort and lower costs. Since then, factories and governments started laying off workers, causing unemployment rates to rise significantly. Every superhuman is now required to be registered in government records to be temporarily assigned work. Crime increases due to a drug called psych, which is extracted from the spines of superhumans. Because of its powerful effects, dealers are willing to pay any price for the drug. Unregistered superhumans face arrest and are labeled as fugitives. The government has also invented cameras that identify whether individuals are registered or not, leading to imprisonment for those who aren't. Additionally, special enforcers called guardians are deployed to capture fugitive superhumans. We are introduced to Connor, a young man living with his mother, struggling to pay their bills. They frequently receive warnings for late payments, and they have no other source of income. Connor's mother seems to have an injured hand but reassures him that she's fine. Connor goes to apply for a job but is rejected because he is a superhuman. He then heads to a construction site where he used to work, but the contractor refuses to rehire him due to his tardiness. Instead, he is offered half a day's pay. At the site, we see workers with abilities like cutting metal with their hands or moving objects from a distance. Connor's ability is immunity to electricity, and he can control it. A patrol arrives at the construction site to check for unregistered workers. The authorities inform everyone that they need proper permits to work. The police discover an unregistered individual who tries to escape by emitting fire from his hands, but is quickly killed by guardians descending from a surveillance aircraft. Meanwhile, the police receive a tip about a lab extracting the psych drug from superhumans. They raid the location, where a guardian protects them. Inside, a superhuman attacks the guardian with a metal disc, killing him, but is eventually captured. The lab is found to contain superhumans being used to extract the drug. After confiscating the drug, the police head to an incinerator to dispose of it. Connor visits his mother at her workplace, where he finds her in an argument with her employer. She is scolded for dropping items due to her seizures. Connor intervenes, leading to both of them being kicked out. His mother is sick and requires chemotherapy, but they cannot afford it. The next day, Connor waits in a line of workers, hoping to be selected by a contractor. A man named Garrett, known for dealing psych, arrives and asks for a second-tier electrician. Despite the other workers' silence out of fear, Connor steps forward, asking for $200 to work with him. Garrett agrees. Connor joins Garrett and uses his ability to disable a 10,000-volt electric gate, impressing Garrett. They break into a facility to steal barrels of hydrogen. A security guard notices them, but Garrett uses his powers to trap the guard in a waste container, allowing them to escape. The police receive a report about the theft and begin searching for their vehicle. Connor cleverly alters the vehicle's appearance to avoid detection. They deliver the stolen goods to a workshop owned by a man named Ren and navigate hidden passages to reach a casino where they meet the gang leader. The hydrogen is used to produce more psych, which is sold to a dealer. The gang leader, Marcus, who has the ability to read minds, senses Connor's anger and hatred. He sends his assistant, Nia, to show Connor around while discussing a new, dangerous mission with Garrett. Marcus begins to feel unwell and ends the meeting. Garrett gives Connor $300 as a reward and an incentive to join the next mission. The following day, Garrett picks up Connor for breakfast. He asks Connor why he needs money, to which Connor reveals his mother's illness. Garrett takes him to disable a car alarm as part of his training for an upcoming bank heist, promising him $25,000 for his share. Garrett trains Connor to control his electricity by lighting a bulb with his touch. As training progresses, Connor learns to light multiple bulbs simultaneously. During this time, they confront a rival trying to take over their territory. The rival also controls electricity, but Connor defeats him, being immune to his powers. They then scout the bank, noting the security systems and guards. On the day of the heist, Garrett uses his powers to disarm the guards, while Connor disables the vault's security with electricity, with the alarm system. They only have 5 minutes to escape. When they open the safe, they find very little money compared to what they expected. They learn from the employee that all the money was transferred that morning. They steal the cash in front of them and escape the location. However, the guard's helicopter arrives just in time. Before the guards can descend, Connor manages to electrify the helicopter, destroying it along with the guards on board. They head straight to Marcus's casino, as he was the one who assigned them the mission without verifying the information. The money was supposed to be used by Marcus to pay off his debts to another gang. A woman at the casino plans to kill Marcus, but Ryan protects him because he is bulletproof. Connor saves them by electrocuting the woman holding the gun, and Ryan kills her afterward. Connor checks on Nia, who was near Marcus during the gunfire. He notices a wound on her arm, which she heals. He discovers that Marcus kept Nia close because she could heal him from his ailments. After finishing his role at the casino, Connor returns home to find his mother has discovered all the money he has been hiding. She questions its source and reminds him of his promise not to use his powers, warning him that he could die like his father. During their conversation, she collapses. After taking her to the hospital, the doctor informs them that the tumor in her brain is growing faster than expected, deteriorating her condition rapidly. She needs surgery as soon as possible. When Connor leaves the hospital, he finds the police waiting for him. They have identified all individuals with electrical manipulation powers and take him in for questioning. They accuse him of being part of the gang that robbed the bank and show him videos of the robbery, claiming he is the masked man in the footage. Connor denies the accusations, insisting they have the wrong person. With no concrete evidence, they are forced to release him, but decide to monitor him closely. Upon his release, Garrett is waiting for him in a car. Garrett has a plan to get money to pay for Connor's mother's treatment. They go to Marcus and propose a plan to hijack a truck transporting the illegal drug itself before it reaches the incinerator. This would allow Marcus to reclaim his confiscated property. Meanwhile, the police have raided all the labs. Connor strikes a different deal with Marcus. He will hand over the drugs in exchange for Nia so she can heal his mother. Marcus agrees and they start planning the heist. They decide to target the truck in an area with fewer cameras to avoid quick detection. They plan to divert it to side streets without surveillance and ensure no one is killed during the operation. The heist begins as they monitor the police truck leaving its headquarters. Helicopters escort it, but cannot follow it too far from the station. Once the truck reaches a designated area, the helicopters retreat, leaving the truck with only 4 guards. Garrett blocks the road with a large garbage truck, while Connor waits nearby to electrify the vehicle and incapacitate the guards. Garrett, along with Marcus's men, including Ryan, takes over the truck. However, Marcus's men betray Garrett, intending to keep all the drugs for Marcus. Garrett and Connor manage to escape, but the rest of their team is killed. The police are now certain Connor was involved in the crime, but still lack sufficient evidence to arrest him. Connor contacts a police officer he previously dealt with, arranging to meet at a city restaurant. During the meeting, the officer insists Connor must surrender or face relentless pursuit. Connor argues that if he is arrested now, Marcus and the drugs will disappear, and the police will lose their chance to catch them. He provides Marcus's current location, urging the police to act immediately. The police mobilize their forces, including guards and helicopters, and raid Marcus's casino. Marcus and Ryan attempt to escape, but Marcus's gang members are killed by the guards. When Marcus and Ryan reach a storage area to flee, Garrett shoots Marcus, leaving him immobilized on the ground. Ryan tries to kill Garrett, but Connor intervenes, electrocuting Ryan. However, Ryan does not die and starts strangling Connor. Garrett stabs Ryan with a metal rod, which Connor electrifies, finally killing Ryan. Marcus calls out to Nia, who approaches him, but only to remove the gun from his reach, leaving him to die. Garrett finishes him off in revenge for ordering their deaths. Connor asks Nia to come with him to save his mother. Nia reveals that healing is not as simple as it seems. She shows him the wound she took from his arm, explaining that she transfers injuries to herself rather than healing them. Connor hesitates, torn between saving his mother and sparing Nia. Ultimately, he decides to take Nia to his mother, regardless of the consequences. Nia, aware that she will die if she absorbs the illness, agrees reluctantly. She touches Connor's mother, transferring the tumor to herself. Connor recalls his mother's words and memories, realizing he cannot let Nia die because of him. He asks her to stop, unable to bear the thought of her death. His mother regains consciousness in the hospital bed as Connor sits beside her, crying. She eventually passes away, but Connor fulfills her wish to stay away from crime. The police officer is honored for capturing the city's most notorious drug dealer. Nia is freed for the first time in a long while. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get more new videos. See you next time.